sickness. I refuse to end this year in the hospital. Some people will end the year, but it will be in one pain or the other. Some people will end the year in the prison. Some people will end the year in the hospital. Some will end the year on top of the bed, unable to walk, unable to hear, or unable to see. These are the program of the dark world. But you are going to bring God. I refuse to end this year in sorrow. Open your mouth and pray. This is the time to decree. He said, yes, shall be declared, and it shall be established. I refuse to end this year in pain. Yes, I know I will end the year because you are alive. But I cannot end this year in the prison. I cannot end this year running a desk getter as a result of one problem, as a result of one incident or the other. A time of pressure, Father. Everyone you have brought to our ministry, everyone standing as a head, every of your child, every of your minister, every program that be drawn by the dark world for them to end the year in sickness, in one pain or the other, in one sorrow or the other. Let God arise. Let this enemy scatter. Let God arise and destabilize and frustrate and rubbish every agenda of the kingdom of darkness, every agenda of the forces of darkness against the church, against the wedding, against the health, the eternal pressure, Father. They cause the running, the earth shall tremble. They cause the running, their power shall fail. Because the running, they shall be dismayed, they shall be crushed, they shall be undone. In the name of Jesus Christ, the eternal man that is seated upon the throne of glory, I refuse to end the day with the decree of the enemy. I refuse to end the day with the wish of the enemy. The expectation of the enemy shall not come to pass upon my people. The will of the enemy, the agenda of the wicked shall come to naught upon my church, upon my ministry, upon my helpers, upon everyone under my voice. In the name of Jesus Christ, thank you, praise your Father. Thank you, praise your Redeemer. With good, long life, will I sanctify you and show you my salvation. Not with sickness, not with pain, not with poison. I worship you, Lord, because you have done it. I thank you, praise your Father, because you have answered us. The great and mighty God, the great King of faith, the lily of the valley. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. We are going to pray, God, every area I am made to bear fruit in this year that I have not bear, God, a day is too much for you to turn things around. A second is too much for you to revive, to make the body fruitful. We are going to pray, God. That area I have not been fruitful. Touch, speak, and let that body, ministerial barrenness, career barrenness, financial barrenness, academic barrenness, let it automatically turn to fruitfulness. Open your mouth and pray. Every barrenness in my life, every barrenness in my ministry, barrenness in your home, barrenness in your workplace, barrenness in your academic, barrenness in your health, everything but barrenness that the enemy can sneak in, that the wicked one can plot in your life. Let the Lord of hosts speak, let the Lord of hosts arise, and let every barren land come to fertile land. Barren sister, fertile sister, barren brother, fertile brother, destiny that is barren, be fruitful, career that is barren, be fruitful, marriage that is barren, be fruitful, in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, praise your Father. Thank you, praise the Redeemer. God is more than enough to do more than what we could ask, more than what we could take. He has got the resources, He has the connection, the eternal pressure, Father. I am praying and asking, revise our body situation to fruitful situation. Revive, oh Lord, all predicaments in our life to testimony. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost. Every barren and bitter situation shall become fruitful situation. Every area you are agonizing, that agony that the enemy has brought shall put a source of deliverance. I stand to decree by the word of the Lord, every blessing that God has promised you, even in this year, that the enemy are saying no, we can't let him have it. She won't have it. I stand this hour. Who are you? Who are you, creators, to speak against your creator, to oppose the word of your maker? Woe to them that struggle with their maker. Woe to the kingdom that struggle with their maker. Can you wrestle with your creator? He is the one that brought you into existence. And everything you have become, he is the one in charge. So therefore, every power that said no in the area God is saying yes. Every power that said you cannot have it, you cannot get the promotion, you cannot get the conception, you cannot get the commitment, you cannot get the contract. I stand this day, they shall bow before you. I said they shall bow before you. Every kingdom opposing you, the Lord shall disgrace them before you. Everyone waiting to use your blood to add to the number of blood donation that they were asked to submit in their coffin, in their secret place, their blood shall be used for completion. I said their blood shall be used for completion. No enemy shall taste your blood. The road shall not drink your blood. Farm shall not drink your blood. The rock shall not drink your blood. The hill shall not drink your blood. The valley shall not drink your blood. Because your blood is sacred. Because you are untouchable. Because 1,000 shall fall by your left and 10,000 by your right, and they shall by notice. I say they shall by notice. Come down your dwelling place. It will be happening in the front, you will be in the back. It will be happening in the back, and you will be in the front. When it's happening in the front and the back, you are in the center. No enemy can touch you. No enemy can harm you. The creator of heaven and earth that never sleep or slumber, he will shield you. He will protect you. He will defend you. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. 7 powerful amen. 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 And so shall it be. Let's open our Bible to the book of Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4. Let's read 2 to 7. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, and Abel he also brought of the first tilling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance failing? If thou dost well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. This is a story that we are very familiar with. At the process of time, I believe towards the end of the year, in their generation, these two brothers saw the need to appreciate God, saw the need to reverence God, saw the need to thank you for all you're doing, for all your benevolent mercy, for keeping us alive. And this one went and picked from among the animals He picked a wonderful one and he offered. And the other one went to his farm and collected what he think that God deserves. The kind of offering he think that would be a sweet smelling savour before the Lord. He was a man that understood economics. He was a man that knew all about buying and selling, profit and loss. He was a man that was wise. And to him, God doesn't deserve a befitting offering, a befitting sacrifice, something that is rewarding. Due to his understanding about God, today, many people are having shallow understanding about God. And that's why anytime it is time for them to do one thing or the other for God, they only does it at free will. They only does it and when they are less busy. They only does it when they discover that there is nothing else for them to do again at their own convenient time. Listen to me. A sacrifice you render to the Lord at your own convenient time will yield lesser profit to you. The sacrifice you render to the Lord through pay, through annually, gets a great reward from God. So to Amen, he's find God faithful. He find God you are worthy for keeping my life, for protecting me. In my animal that I'm ready, you made me to excel. You made me to blossom. I didn't encounter loss. This God who have kept me, other people possible, who were in the same business with me, who were in the same farm with me, they encountered loss. Some of the animals died, but God preserved me. God protected my animal. Let me pick one out of the best. Let me offer to him. He's a great God. Let me prove to him that I acknowledge his greatness in my life. And he pick the best. But the other one discovered that things are hard. They saw it that after all, what God have done is what he's supposed to do as a God to me. They saw it that the blessing that came their way was by chance. Today, many people, when God favored them, they see it as by chance. They see it that it is something that is due to them. What are you offering to the Lord? What kind of offering in your secret place and your open place? What kind of offering? When we are talking about offering, it can be money, it can be worship, it can be adoration, it can be inconveniencing yourself for the Lord in one area or the other. Which area are you offering to him? Which type of offering? Everybody is offering, just like Cain and Abel. In the house of God today, everybody is offering. Let us rise up and clap our hands. Everybody is offering. Let us give money to the Lord for his work, for his cause. Everyone is offering. Let's support for the project of God. People are offering. But how are you offering? What kind of offering? What kind of service? As a worker, as a chorister, as a pastor, as a coordinator, as a leader in your various departments, what kind of service are you rendering to God? Do you recognize his personality as we are taught in the voice of God in the night yesterday, Saturday? Do you recognize him? Do you know that he's a supreme being? Do you know? Because if you have great understanding about God, anything you are doing for God is special. If you are coming to church, if you are singing, you sing in a special way. If you are dancing for him, you dance from the depth of your heart. If you are giving or the other for him, you do it from the depth of your heart, recognizing the personality you are doing it for. Because he's a great God. Because he's a great king. It's because they lack the knowledge of the personality called God. That is why today many are misbehaving in the house of God. Messages are going on. People are misbehaving. Messages are going on. You see people picking calls, going out to answer calls. You see people talking. You see people allowing themselves to be an instrument of distraction in the house of God. It's because you fail to understand the personality called God. If you understand the personality called God, you will never allow your child to be an instrument of distraction in the service of God. If you understand the personality called God, what happened to the two sons of Aaron? What happened to them? They offered sacrifice in the vineyard of God. But that sacrifice was not a worthy sacrifice. And God got angry and they were killed. And Moses, Aaron wanted to cry. And God spoke through Moses, tell him he should not cry on them. And the man never cried or mourned them. What am I trying to say? It's not just an offering. No. What kind of heart are you offering it? That thing you are doing. You come to the vineyard of God to sanitize. Which kind of heart? You are asked to go and preach. Which kind of heart are you doing it? He said, by him, actions are willing. So when you are said, you complain, you grumble, you murmur, you are doing the work, yes, but with bitterness. You are offering to him, but you see it as you are being forced. You see it as you are being cheated. You see it as if they are taking advantage of you, like many say today. That's why what they do for God is useless before God. That's why. So I'm preaching a message titled Unacceptable or Polluted Offering. Unacceptable. So many unacceptable offerings. So many unacceptable sacrifices. So many unacceptable. Many things we do for God, they are polluted. We do them from the mind, polluted. Some does it for show. Some does it to be recognized for fame. To gain the heart of the minister. And He's searching the content of your heart. He knows your action before you talk to them. If you are dealing with a God who doesn't see the heart, then you are free. But if you are serving a God who's looking at the heart, who sees the darkness like a day, then what manner of a person are you supposed to be? You must understand that He is a great king that will never take things that are unworthy or polluted from anyone, irrespective of your personality. God is a great king, a great personality, who will never take anything polluted, unworthy, unacceptable, sinful, from a grudging heart, from a murmuring heart. He will not take it from you. And I kept, he was scolding the people of Israel. He said, do I think that I will need, if I need animal, I will kill. All animals in the forest are mine. A thousand cattle in the hill belong to him. The gold, the silver belong to him. Then if it then belong to him, what manner of a person are you supposed to be in dealing with this God? Many today think that God is hungry and can take any high praise, any high worship, appreciation from them. No, He is more than that. God is not hungry. God is not a beggar. It's only by being that you can offer anything and it will accept. But God is more than that. He's a great king. He's a great personality because he's above all. He's the best among all deities. He's the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, the everlasting man. Without him, no one else. And after him, if it is possible, no one else. Before him, no one had existed. No deity had existed. If there was before him. He's a person that don't know much. That's the personality we are talking about. So if you understand this, if you are singing for him, you sing the whole of your heart. It is so painful and obvious that unbelievers, when they want to give the devil worship, they praise him, they sing, they dance from their hearts, even when the songs is sending them to hell. They praise the devil from the depth of their heart as they dance their holy music, as they dance their disco, and what have you. They does it with joy. They does it from the depth of their heart. But when children of God gathered and we say, let's praise God, let's appreciate God, you see people dragging within themselves. You only drag it because God has never paused the breath He put in you. Let Him just pause it a minute. You will understand who God is. Let Him just have a problem. And let them put you in a coma, supported with oxygen, just for one day. By the time one day is over, and they tell you how much it is, and you calculate that amount by a year, by 365 days, then you understand who God is. Then you understand the supreme called God. That is not somebody. It's not a pea that should toil it. 2 Samuel 24:24. Samuel 24, verse 24. And the king said unto Abraham, nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offering unto the Lord my God. Of that which will cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. David wanted to offer to the Lord a sacrifice. And the man that owned the basket of the land and the animal he wanted to use said, no, you are our king. I cannot sell it to you. Take it, offer to God, give to God. And David said, no, I cannot give to my God that which costs me nothing. Anything you must give to God should cost you something. It is that which costs you something attract blessing. And when I mean that which costs you something, if you are not thinking that, pastor is trying to be materialistic, yes, your materialistic is needed in your service to God. Your money is needed in your service to God. Your strength is needed in your service to God. Your time is needed in your service to God. Your sweat is needed in your service to God. Go through the account of the Bible. No one has ever served God with their wealth being involved, without their strength being involved, without them sweating, without them encompassing themselves. Even Jesus Christ that died for you, it was an offering. It was an offering. He offered his life. He took pain. He took risk. He risked the riskable and the unriskable in order to obtain salvation for humanity. He paid with a great price for you to be saved, for you to be delivered. So Christianity started offering. Somebody gave his son. You read it. That's chapter 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. It was a gift. And what do you call gift? Offering. He gave to get turn the heart of men back to himself. So any praise you give to God. Some people, when they say let's praise God, they are thinking they are admiring themselves. They are thinking they are looking themselves so that they don't misbehave. That means you are the one taking the praise, not God. David was this dancing and appreciating God for the act of covenant that returned. And the wife was busy looking at him. That's why today in the house of God, some people are busy praising God, some are busy looking at the person. Some people are busy getting connected with the unction from above. Some people are busy counting those who are falling under anointing, counting those who are receiving from God. That's why they come empty and they go with more problem. David was busy appreciating God, but the wife was busy looking at him. And now she went to him and said, why are you dancing? Look at you. You are not ashamed. You expose your nakedness to the public. And David did that out of his pure heart, out of the free will of his heart. And God after those, my servant appreciated me for my greatness, for the great and mighty work I've done, and you are there mocking him, and you are there making caricature of him. From this day, you will never conceive. And that woman died without giving birth to a single child. It's the only woman the Bible recorded in the Bible that God pronounced barren. Every other woman who are barren is not God's program. So night of him is coming. Thanksgiving is coming. Men are going to come out in mass to appreciate God. And some are going to be and be looking sad. What kind of offering are you planning? What kind of praise are you planning to give to God? What kind of worship are you planning to give to God? David said, I will not give you that which costs me nothing. When you have understanding of God, it will change your character, your perspective concerning anything that have to do with Him. God will always act according to your reaction concerning everything that will have to do with Him, concerning His work. Abel was accepted and his offering, and Cain was rejected. Why was he rejected? Why did God have respect on the offering of Abel and rejected that of Cain, even his senior brother? Because he underestimated God. Because he failed to give God the honor that is due unto him. He failed to put God in the position that he deserved. God saw his heart, and God decided to decline even that which he offered unto him. God rejected it. Until today, he still rejected it. The same way prayer is being rejected by God, is the same way worship is being rejected by God, is the same way appreciation, is the same way offering is being rejected. Yes, under my watch, I've witnessed somebody come to the house of God to give offering. God rejected the offering. God said, take your offering. The person had to go with his offering. Yet, God is not humble. You giving to him is an honor to you. You giving to him is a privilege. You giving to him is addition to what he has given you. I was reading the message of one of the men that was delivered from the kingdom of darkness. I was talking about what opened the way for financial breakthrough and why the devil is fighting to make sure that believers doesn't follow those laws, those instructions that God has given for financial breakthrough. And as he was mentioning them, I think the number one he mentioned, he talked about tithe. Men mentioned about tithe. The knowledge of the kingdom of darkness concerning tithe. And in the message, he said that no believer that robbed God of his tithe that will ever end up with God. I was somewhere a few days ago, and as things get out of hand, prayer was made like never before. Everybody prayed what they know and what they don't even know. Yet, the matter was still tough. And this woman, who many of us will even say we are better off, he know God more than her. Immediately, at the course of the prayer, this woman burst. Say, God, I am a tither. I have been faithful in tithing to you. And since I am a tither, nothing can be tithed for me. Immediately, even though I was in the mood of prayer, that argument was like an arrow. And after making that argument, before you know what is happening, there was divine response from heaven. But today, this is things we neglect. Even when we know the repercussion. The God has said, you rob me. And the same God has said, no thief will enter his kingdom. And you know robbing him? Cain robbed him. He didn't give him what belonged to him. And as a result of that, God rejected his offering. Another thing the man mentioned, he said, giving for the work of God. Giving to support the work of God. Another thing he mentioned, seed offering. Giving, sowing seed. That these are the things, not prayer, not casting, not banding, not losing, not praying against witch. Another thing is mentioned, supporting ministers through what God has given you. Another thing he mentioned, helping the needy, especially in the church. Those who are needy, the fatherless, the widows. He said, these are the things that unlock the padlock that the enemy uses. What kind of offering are you giving? And one of those things he said, that Satan will those things. And no matter how you pray, as long as you are not obeying those things, you cannot never break through, especially when you're a child of God. The demons, the unbelievers may maneuver their way because that law doesn't have to do with them. They will still maneuver their way. The enemy will still allow them, but not with when the child of God is involved. So, if you don't want your praise, your worship to be rejected, to be polluted before God, your attitude matters. That's it. Some people, they want to give God something. Their face is frown. Their face is tight. No, it's not a beggar. Point number one. What is offering? Offering is something offered in worship or devotion to a deity. Offering is something offered in worship or devotion to a deity, to God. Giving something you give to God, something you render to God. In worship, it can be money, it can be your strength, it can be your time, it can be your property, it can be your sleep. Another definition, offering is an act of worship to the Lord. An act of worship. Your worship, your service to God is not complete when offering is not involved. And when I'm talking about offering, I'm not talking only money. Any reasonable service you give to God is what I'm talking about. It's an act of showing appreciation to God, who has given you all things. Same way we are commanded to tithe. Giving to Him is an act of appreciating Him. God, you have been so good. Somebody came to my house yesterday, and as the person was talking, he said, Sunday is our Thanksgiving, and I have not bought anything from the Thanksgiving. We are going to buy things. God has been so faithful to us, both physical, spiritual. God has been so kind to us, so we are going to get something to appreciate Him. Yeah. Do you understand that? Do you see God that He deserves even your praise? That even if we declare 1 week of praise, 1 week of worship, He deserves more than that. Give Him millions, He deserves more than that. Give Him billions, He deserves more than that. Give Him your house, He deserves more than that. How much can you pay to obtain a life? Those of you that gave birth this year, how much did you pay to God? Many use their money, adopted a child, and the child still died. They lost the child and lost their money. In what area are you grateful to God? Sisters, in what area are you grateful to God? Do you see the need? Or we are busy asking, give me. How many times have you spent on your knee appreciating Him? How many times have you spent worshiping Him? God, you are so great. Offering a delightful offering to the Lord makes your heaven open. Solomon offered, and God was happy. And God said, no, what do you want from me? What do you need? And he said, I need wisdom. I need knowledge to lead these people. These people you asked me to lead. And God said, because of what you have done, in wisdom you will be blessed. In knowledge, in understanding, in fact, I will bless you financially in every area. No king before you can be like you. And no king after you that can be like you. Till the day Solomon died, till today, no king in March that is as rich as Solomon. Go through history. It's a covenant that God entered with Solomon. No king, no matter their net worth, can never, in wisdom, in understanding, in knowledge, resource of Solomon, Proverbs. Ecclesiastes, a man that operated in wisdom, a man that had wealth beyond limit. What brought that? Offering from the depth of his heart. A time came after God had delivered Noah and his household. Immediately he come out, he took something. God, for preserving my life and that of my family. After seeing the destruction of people, you kept me alive and my household. God, I'm going to offer. And the Bible said he offered. And when he offered, God smelled a sweet savour. And God began to promise, listen, offering from the depth of your heart meant God to do more than he has ever done. God started that as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest shall not end. that you witness, the kind of rain that you witness, shall never pass through the surface of earth again. And since that day to today, is there any flow like the flow of Noah?
No, sir.
And in history, Guinness Book of Records, there can never be. Have there been a rain like the rain of Noah? There can never be. It's a promise. And what from that? A man that acknowledged what God has done to him. Offering is an appreciation to God. Recognizing what he has done to you. Why he doesn't see the need to appreciate him is because you get up and say, it is my hard work. If not my hard working. My hard money. I did this as by my hard money. Anybody pronouncing that statement is on a course. Yes, the person is on a course. Go to your Bible. Anytime you mistakenly pronounce that word, you better ask God for forgiveness. Because automatically you activate a curse on yourself. Because he said, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. It's not he that will or he that hold it, but it's of the Lord that showeth what? Mercy. And not only that, when you read the book of Daniel, why did God destroy the Nebuchadnezzar? Why? All these things was gotten by my power. And God said, I that raise you up to teach Israel a lesson. I that rose you up for Israel to return back to me. And you dare glory in yourself instead of glorying in me. Didn't the Bible say in the New Testament, let them that boast in their boast that they know the Lord. So the kindness is boasted with his power. And God said today, today, the rain has ended. And that was how he became an animal. And fed. He studied zoology for 7 days. And at the end of 7 days, he said, I look at this, I look up, and I recognize the creator. Okay. First Chronicle 16:29. First Chronicle 16:29. Give unto the Lord the glory, do unto his name. Bring an offering and come before him. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. He said, give unto him the glory, do unto his name. Bring in an offering to him and come before him. Worship the Lord in the beauty of his holiness. 30. Fear before him all the earth. The world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. Let the heaven be glad, and let the earth rejoice, and let men say among the nations, the Lord reigneth. Let the sea roll, and the fullness thereof. Let the field rejoice, and all that is therein. Then shall the trees of the wood sing out at the presence of the Lord. Don't you know that the trees do sing? The flowers do sing. They sing to worship the Lord. Because he cometh to judge the earth. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord for his good, for his mercy, endureth forever. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. So give him the glory to unto him. Give him the honor to unto him. Give him the appreciation to unto him. Give him the worship, the sacrifice that is due unto him. Psalm 21 to 3. Psalm 21 to 3. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary. Can I hear amen? Amen. And the strength and strengthen thee out of Zion. Amen. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Thy burnt sacrifice. Give it unto him what is due to him. Give it unto him the honor that is due unto him. Yesterday at the course of joy, I call somebody, and immediately, I told you some time ago, the best time to offend God, number one, is when you are too happy. 2, when you are too sad. 3, when you are fearful in fear. These are the best way to offend God, which many doesn't know. Because when you are too happy, you can say things that you are not supposed to say. When you are too sad, you can say what you are not supposed to say. And when you are afraid, you can even question the existence of God. I don't know if I'm making sense. That's why in this 3 stages of life, caution is needed. So as I big phone I wanted to call, I wanted to give the person a big name. Immediately, my inner spirit whispered to me, remember, he's not supposed to be given that. Remember what he said. That title is meant for God. Immediately, I dropped from my ship. I dropped back to my ship. I wanted to call the person, great organ, great master. And only God is that great organ. Giving him title. So one of the guys was there, somebody was giving the person a name, and the person said, hey, this one is a name that attracts the anger of God. Our name is wrong. That name provoked God's jealous anger. When they born around, evil people, that name provoked God's anger. It is only God the name born around. Meaning the person that solved those who are in need, attend to them, is only God. I can't go hungry, meaning the hand that fed the nation. These are names that many have ended up in hell without glory. I'm telling you. He said, I am the one that will never share my glory with another. You think he's joking? Well, 4 months long, one moon that covered the nation. No, these are you next my people answer. Especially those that have title. I told you, what is the meaning? Once he says it's final. I think maybe Igbo people, that name have sent many Igbos to hell. I don't know about that tribe. I'm telling the truth. I'm Igbo. I'm telling you. Those that, if you see anybody answering that those names, give way. Give way. Because they are rubbing shoulder with God. That's why today some people they come, reverend. I say, go back to say, God forbid. I'm not a reverend. But you want to bring trouble between me and God. Only God should be reverend. Only God should be reverend. Who are you to answer reverend? Is there any other person that Bible commanded to be reverence? Reverend and reverence are not the same. Yes. Maybe I didn't go to university.
It's one and the same word. Reverence is like you are telling somebody to reverence another. The reverend means you are reverencing the
very particular person. Okay. My honor shall I not give to another. I will never share my glory to another. Why? I am a jealous God. Mind the name there. Mind the name, the title they call you. You know, as they call them, Ishia Abraham. Their head will be bounced like the tennis. You know, the same way the tennis is bouncing, you go bounce and enter kitchen fire. And then you enter kitchen fire, you know. Be careful. Don't take any glory. Why is what is his name called? Herod. What killed Herod? He gave speech. After presenting sweet speech, and people say, this is the voice of God. And he was happy. He didn't look at immediately. And God said, Angel, I am striking. Instantly he was struck. worm-eating life. And you know the funny thing? Those people that called him that name will disappear. They will run. They will think they're just. Point number 2. Profound and polluted offering. Profound and polluted offering. Malachi chapter 1, 7 to 14. Malachi chapter 1, 7 to 14. Ye offer polluted bread upon my altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is not evil. And if ye offer the lame and sick, is not evil. Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee? Oh, accept thy person, saith the Lord of hosts. Now listen. He said, you offer the blind. What is the blind? Worthless things. Are you getting what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. I say worthless things. Things that worth nothing. Some people by the time we say, let's clap for the Lord. You see some people. As they are dancing, they are looking at themselves. They don't want their shoe to stay. They don't want their clothes to stay. As they are dancing, they are looking at themselves, whether they are dancing well, whether they are not dancing well. Your offering of praise and worship is polluted. It's profound. Some people will be dancing so that others from their heart, they want others to notice them. It's profound and unacceptable before God. Some of you, you come to the Lord and give him money that are torn. Let's offer for the less privileged, the widows. Let's give them something. Let's give them something. You see people who go to their boss and pick clothes, rubber that is useless to them, shoes that is useless to them. Those are the things they will offer. Give them, give the widow, give the orphan. What is worthless? Anything you must give to God or give to somebody should cost you something. Next, some of you will have soup and you say the soup was sour. And when the soup nice, I say, I'm my neighbor. You get soup when you have soup. I don't want to eat them again. Why you don't want to eat them again? Because the soup is messed up. The way I say, manage this one. You bring them out to manage. They are managing it. But they are bringing, that managing is bringing contamination upon you. I'm telling you the truth. You give somebody something, maybe the money that Okada rejects, Keke rejects, driver rejects, they say they don't collect. All the kuli sellers in your street say, madam, I don't collect that money. Say, oh, I beg, give me. Tomorrow is Sunday. Shebi na God, na him dey keep the one where they condemn. Condemn, money condemn, battery condemn, offering condemn, crowd condemn, worship condemn. These are the things people come. What when you are offering such a thing, you are not different from that and walking in the street. Condemn money, condemn house, condemn plate. Maybe one day was a God will call you condemn man. Yes. God will call you condemned man, and every condemned man and condemned woman will go to hellfire. That's it. I proceed. He said, give it to your governor. When you want to give governor something, you recognize the personality of governor. A is for governor. R is for a minister, the minister of state. R is for my boss. So my boss, you good plate. You look for good plate. Your boss business. You look for best thing. As the year is running up now, many want to appreciate their what do they call it? Their boss in the office, their manager, the person giving them contracts, their organ, and so on and so forth. The people that gave them one help or the other, they will spend money. Some will buy goat, big goat, some will buy car, depending on their needs, some will buy giant farm, and they will go to the person and say, Oga, thank you so much. I'm here to appreciate you. They will buy good quality wine. But when it comes to go and appreciate God, you remember that we are still in the Buhari regime. Everything that Buhari in this political arena. That's when you remember Buhari is polluted. That's it. Is polluted. Amplified. 9. And now I pray you, beseech God, He will be gracious unto us. These have been by your means. Will He regard your persons? Says the Lord of hosts. He's not asking, do you expect me to regard your person? How will I regard your person when you do not regard me? 10. Who is there even among you that will shut the doors from naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on my altar for naught. I am no pleasure in you, says the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. You say, I am not willing to take that offering. They ask you to lead chorus. You say, I want this to our sister. Is it every time I'll be the one leading? That day, if you let her come out and lead, you are going with cause. I'm not joking. Brother, come and pray. You say, you crumble before coming to do it. Do it. Instead of blessing, you are going with cause. They say, let's do something to somebody walk up and say, is it every time. Now so money. And later respond, do it, you attract cause. Anything you want to give to God, give it out of your pure heart. Unless you confess, God, I am sorry for more before giving you. 11. For from the rising of the sun, even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and pure offering for my name shall not be great among the heathen, says the Lord of hosts. 12. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye say also, behold, what a weariness it, and yet have suffered at it, says the Lord of hosts. They are saying, they are suffering us now. Every time they are asking us to do this, every time they are asking us to do this, every time they ask us to stand up, let's pray, stand up, let's clap, stand up, let's worship God, let's give this to God, let's do this. You say they are disturbing us. This is what God is narrating, and the people were complaining, says the Lord of hosts. And he brought that which was torn. You bring that which was torn. You want to give fire. You look for the fire and the leg break. And say, thank God. Thanksgiving is coming. Let me use this one. And the lame and the sick animal, people come to it. Sick things that are useless. Things that want nothing. In our society today, are there lots of denominations that work nothing? Praise the Lord. I must say it. You know, when we are talking about this, many people go silent, many people get wicked. But these are the things that will lead you to success. These are the law that God has stated. Is to Noah. He said, as the end remaineth, the law of Satan and harvest shall not cease. So I must say it. So if you believe righteousness, this is part of righteousness. If you believe holiness message from me, this is part of holiness. God cannot give to you when you are stingy in giving. The land cannot produce to a person that is too stingy. If you stingily give to the ground will stingily produce to you. Now that the land is not yielding, for you to have a good farm, a good harvest, what do? You spend money getting good crops, isn't it? You get best crops. Some will treat it before planting. And after planting, you apply fertilizer. Some will apply first opportunity to know. Seed time and harvest shall not cease. How do you think that God released Samuel to Anna? Anna prayed, say, God, give me. The same thing, give me, I'm returning it to you. And God said, you mean it? Are you serious? And God saw the heart